Hi everyone, Sobnim here, and this is going to be a tutorial video for the low blue belt one step. So if the student is on Yoguk form, they're low blue belt and they'll be performing at testing blue belt number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to do each one slow motion and then full speed and give my top tips on each one step. All right, let's get started. Starting off with blue belt number 1, similar to white belt number 7, where you're going to have 3 knife hand strikes in this one. So it starts off side kick, knife hand to the body, nice deep forward striking stance, and then he's going to strike to the head now, same hand, turns and strikes reverse with the left, so 3 knife hand strikes, body, head, body. Now his right foot steps away into a double grab. So as he's grabbing my wrist, now he has full control and he round kick keeps. Alright, now we'll have it where you're going to be behind Mr. McCullough so you can follow along on this one step. Start off side kick, knife hand to the head, knife hand to the body again, step, double grab, round kick keep. And now we'll go full speed, we'll go slight angle so you can see a different side. Okay. Now as you're grabbing, you can see how he kind of caused my head to move, and that's perfectly fine. What you're doing is you're kind of moving that arm out of the way, and that may move the actual person. Again, make sure that you pay very close attention wherever that head is going. Some people are very flexible, they won't move at all. Some people will move with the arm. Wherever the head is, that's where you want to round kick. My main tip on blue belt number 1 is actually the knife hand strikes. Because there's 3 of them, sometimes we try to go really fast and the chambers suffer. We've seen a lot of blue belts do very low chambers because they're trying to go very fast through this one step. The truth is, you want to think more about power on those knife hands. So high chamber, hit, hit, hit is always going to be better, especially at testing for your scores versus going like this. Okay, so slow it down for more power, correct chambers. That's blue belt number 1. Okay, everyone, we're going to go on to blue belt number 2. This is the first one step with a spin crescent block in it. I highly recommend practicing that kick on its own before doing this one step. But let's go ahead and go through blue belt number 2. So after his side kick, he wants to slightly land with his back facing me. You can see how he's already half turned. This makes the spin crescent block a little easier because his left foot now has to travel all the way around and create contact with this wrist. So the spin crescent block goes all the way back, fighting stance. So the same foot you did the spin crescent block with, you're going to end with a round kick keep. This one step is A and B, so you could do both sides. Let's have him quickly do the other side so you can see that. So now he'll kick with the left leg first, spin crescent block with the right, and round kick keep. Okay, now let's have him perform it with your behind him so you can follow along. Side kick, spin crescent block, and round kick keep. Good. And we'll do one more time full speed at this angle so you can see. Alright, my main tip for blue belt number 2, obviously a spin crescent block is a very difficult kick. Make sure that you're practicing it quite a bit. If you need any help, contact an instructor, including myself, to give you some tips on the spin crescent block. We want the toes up in the air during that circular movement. My next tip is about the contact. Yes, spin crescent block should make contact with the wrist on this side or this side, depending on which leg you're doing. But at the same time, if your partner does move their arm a little early because they fear the pain that a spin crescent block could cause, especially if you're practicing at home with your parents, that's perfectly fine. Always finish the one step. That's what we mentioned with every one step. If in case something goes a little off, finish it. Okay, don't tell them to put their arm back up and then redo the crescent block. All right, and that's my tips for blue belt number 2. Next one. All right, it's going on. Now we're on blue belt number 3. And this one is not A and B, blue belt 2 was. This one is only on one side and it starts with the left leg. So it's pretty rare, but we do have some one steps that start with the left leg only. Here's blue belt number 3. So it starts with a side kick and a knife hand strike. So only left leg on this one. Side kick, knife hand, and then the very unique elbow. Go ahead and just show us the grab. As he turns away, he's extending his fist away from you to deliver more power into the last elbow kia. Go. All right, that's blue belt number 3. Let's have it where you're behind Mr. McCullough now. So side knife. You can see he pulls away and...
Right.
And last one, full speed.
Right. Right.
Okay. So my top tip for number 3 is probably the elbow, because sometimes we're so used to some one-steps where we have a circular elbow, but number 3 is what I call a spear elbow, because we want to, if I'm doing it to you, I go straight back and straight into the solar plex. So it's not a circular elbow. Think of that chamber that as almost a separate move. So if I'm performing it to you, side, knife, 1, 2. Okay, so straight back elbow. That would be my top tip for number 3. Something else to look out for is do not rush the side kick. It's a simple side kick, but at the same time, sometimes students want to kind of get to that knife hand so quickly and we rush the side kick. So make sure you get a good chamber on the side kick. Thanks. Okay, so next, the last one for the low blue belt is blue belt number 4. Another very unique one-step, starting off with a drop side kick, which is in no other one-step. So let's go ahead and show blue belt number 4.
Right.
So the side kicks to the head and then drops straight down. So very similar to a drop kick, it lands on the wrist, drops it down, but the foot is sideways. He then picks up the same leg first, another side kick, and then spin side key.
Right.
This is an A and B one-step. Let's go ahead and quickly show the other side.
Right.
So same thing, he drops. Go ahead and try again. You have to get it over, and then side kick, spin side.
Right.
Let's go and do it from behind.
Right.
So drops, side, spin.
Right.
Okay. And let's go full speed at this angle so you can see.
Right. Right.
Okay. So number 4 is definitely a unique one-step. My top tip for this one would be, well, it is A and B. Definitely the left foot is a little bit more difficult to use because of the angle of getting it over the arm. So work on that left side, make sure you're getting over the arm and dropping straight down. My next tip is after the side kick, put your foot right next to the other foot. It makes the spin side come out a little bit quicker. So after the side kick, putting it down, I'm already half turn. This way I can just turn, chamber, kick. Okay. And so that is blue belt number 4.